News episode number 106. In the chat we have Crappy Slayer, RVA, and Batman. Hello, people.
Hello.
There's only 2 people on the dead. Everyone else is in the fucking other stream because fuck my stream excuse.
Yeah, the disloyal bastards. Should all be keel-hauled.
Yep. Fucking absolute killed.
Yep.
I see how it is.
Yeah, they should all be taken out and shot.
Yeah, we're using StreamYard. Fort William FC, UK's worst pro football team, ends 73 match winless streak. After reportedly was suffering a minus 221 goal difference last season, Fort William FC puts an end to their unlucky streak.
Hold on. Fort William have a football team?
Yes, they do. They're terrible.
Ah.
Yeah, they're an awful team.
It could be worse.
A club dubbed Britain's worst professional football team has ended its 73-game winless streak, stretching back 840 days. Hello, rolling there. Enjoy your range.
Hello, rolling bear.
Let's chuck it. Where's Blindgill and Peter going?
They're coming.
Fucking late though.
Yeah, well, I think I'm the one who noticed the time, so my bad.
Yes, go and stand in that corner. Think about what you've done.
Well, we were kind of talking about something that was better left off air. So yeah, how's everybody doing today?
Yawning a lot. Yawning a lot.
I'm not yawning at all. Oh, you are.
It's victory against Nairn County on Wednesday. The club called it a great night. In the range for the North of Scotland Cup, and thank fans for showing their support at Clagging Park Ground.
Park Ground. Well, both of them.
Yeah, probably. Hello, DZ. We'd like to thank everyone online around the world who have celebrated with us. They added in a statement. At the game which followed, a BBC documentary about the club, Fort William midfielder Scotland had tweeted, "The eyes of the world are on us, on our result."
No, they're not.
Well, they have actually built some kind of fan base because they're that bad that people start to feel sorry for them and want them to win games. Despite having their lead dashed by a score level at halftime, the team managed to score 3 more goals to end its unlucky streak. Its decisive win drew praise from some of the big Scottish Premier League sides. Well, there's only 2 big Scottish Premier League sides. There's the other 2 also late.
Good evening.
Let's see how it is.
Hello there.
3 minutes late.
Oh, you just sound so sexy when you talk like that, Peter.
Oh, Batman.
I just love that red hair.
Oh, fuck you.
What was that?
Oh, Lord.
Peter was just built for audiobooks. Like, oh my God, he could totally do that relaxing, thing on Calm where he does the...
You mean something like
thing?
you couldn't do because this voice here? Yeah.
Did you just say that,
Exactly.
Pete? Oh, look, Blind Girl, did you just say that Pete has a perfect face for audiobooks?
No.
No, he's a perfect voice for it. And Scotty, by the way, when I talk like a girl, seriously, that's just me amping it up a bit because it's fun, because feminists are fun to make fun of.
That's like her
Yeah.
AOC voice.
Yeah, it is so fun to make fun of what typical girls sound like. I amp it up totally so that I'm a typical girl. I don't normally talk like this all the time, only when I'm really pissed off about stuff.
But
What are you pissed off at now?
Oh, nothing.
By the way, RVA
What are you
Dar,
talking about?
hello.
Just everything.
Because I'm talking like that because, like I explained, it's funny that women sometimes talk like that.
But every time you talk like that, everybody within earshot loses at least 5 IQ points.
Oh
per
god,
word.
I lose at least 50 IQ points just thinking about how to say like totally.
Like totally.
Like totally, but I mean, you might as well just totally get used to it because, like, I'm totally not going to stop now. So
Please stop.
You like
Matter of
totally
fact-
sound like you're from a Starbucks.
you love me, Scotty, so you must
I seen
love
that
it when I
movie.
talk like that too, right? Because, like,
No,
you love me.
because I love you doesn't mean I have to love everything that you do.
Oh my god, that is so true.
TC says, like, totally.
Oh, TC,
Like totally.
TC, you're the best. I knew I still had a fan somewhere around here.
So
Well,
is
you know
EO,
that-
He's the only fan you'll ever have.
so is
Actually, I've
EOC
got a bunch.
so
Like,
is
Barn Girl,
EO,
have you?
I said is EOC so stupid that she thinks that Starbucks is a film directed by George Lucas.
Hey, Boss Passenger kept masturbating to porn clip even when David asked him to stop.
Why was the bus driver in it?
Now the bus driver wanted to watch.
It's right. You've heard of fake taxi. You've heard of fake agents. Now, fake bus driver.
I mean, it was somebody masturbating on the bloody plane the other day. That was some arsehole on a fucking bus.
The creep was spotted pleasuring himself on a local comet bus in Columbia, South Carolina on the 23rd of July.
To
He
be
was
fair,
seen
who hasn't had a wank on a plane?
porn while masturbating, prompting the driver to ask him to stop.
Me, the last time I was on a plane, I was 6.
So you don't at least wait until he got home.
No.
Like, was he just that excited to release his juices? He just had to there and then.
Sex addiction is totally
Like-
real.
Totally.
Like
I'm
totally.
painting my nails purple right now, and it's not going very well.
Oh, no. Right, hang on. Scotsman, I'm just looking at the stream. Please tell me that's a picture of the bus.
That's
Yes.
a picture of the bus.
That's a picture of the actual bus, because that is one hell of a sexy bus. I would have a wank on that bus.
You would have a wank over that bus, tell the truth.
You misogynist! How dare you say that bus had it coming?
No, he's a
No,
misogynist.
Trucker, I'm saying that bus would have had me coming.
Ba-dum-bum.
But the passenger ignored the driver's request and continued to behave indecently.
Gives
After
running from
further-
the bus an entire new meaning.
Confrontation between the driver and pervert passenger. The wanker got off the bus and ran to Singleby Woods.
You couldn't make this shit up, could you?
Yeah, I feel like, can you just wait until he got to the woods and then stop? Like, and then start, and
I
It'd
could
be weird, but it'd be less weird.
There's a bus coming. No, but I am.
Full fare.
He was seen being picked up by a black SUV shortly afterwards, according to Richland County Sheriff's Department.
Can I have a day saver, please?
Used to not have a name for it, said to have indulged in the same illegal behaviour on previous occasions.
Do you think he
I
goes?
was
up
nobody
with-
else on the bus at the time, though. Like,
Do you think
Oh
he goes up with
no,
his
no,
girlfriend?
that's it. That's it. Imagine getting on that bus and asking for a mega rider.
Do you think he
Actually-
gets off by telling his girlfriend to ask him
we
for a
all saw
season
that
ticket?
coming.
Sorry,
the
I think
question
I've
is,
just
are the
made a
buses
joke
over
that
there
only I would ever get. On the stream and in the chat, but a mega
Yeah.
rider, it's like a weekly pass on the
Yeah,
bus.
we know.
Yeah.
I do anyway.
They haven't been told about
So
his
do the
routine
buses
and-
over there, are they like the buses over here where they have that little string inside of it where you pull on the string and it rings a bell up by the driver to let them know it's the next stop?
No,
And
we
if
have
so-
buttons. We have buttons built
We
into
have-
the like holding poles.
Yeah, we actually have electronics on our buses.
We don't just have
the string and the button.
Why did he both the
So
string and
in
the
a
button?
case like that, how many times that guy sit there and push the button just to let them know, or just to let the driver know that he's coming?
How many
Stop
times?
is coming.
How many times do you think he just accidentally pressed it because he stood up?
Do you guys have the handicap person button where if you have a wheelchair or a stroller or you're a blind person, you can push the button so the bus driver knows that there's a handicap person trying to get off?
Yeah.
No, but to be honest, it's kind of
Possibly
obvious, isn't it?
phrasing, blind girl.
Jeez.
Phrasing.
TC says we all saw that coming. Blind girl didn't.
I don't think there is one because I think it's kind of obvious that you.
Yeah.
Not if you're at the back of the bus, it isn't.
That's why the
No, because
CCTV
to be
you'll
fair,
see the
the
fucking
handicap
person come on
spaces
and come
are
off
usually
of
at the front of the bus.
Yeah,
The
and
handicap spaces
besides,
are at the front of the bus.
yeah. buses in the UK have CCTV.
Yeah,
Well, I wonder how many.
on the bus anyway. So what's they'll know so the disabled person's on the bus.
So I wonder how many times that bus rang his bell.
There's quite a few disabled peoples on the bus because they can't drive because they're road hazard.
Yeah, but they'll know that the disabled person's on the bus though.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, but the bus routes are so long that like sometimes there's multiple disabled people on the bus, or you forget they're there because like if you get on at the start of the route and like an hour later you're getting off, sometimes it's easy to forget.
Yeah, but the bus is, like,
that was
lower
this
itself.
guy's problem, though. He was getting off at the back of the bus. So
The fucking usually there's like someone like a wheelchair getting off or whatever. The bus driver will just lower the bus.
Oh
so
hell!
you
If I had a wheelchair, I wouldn't bother getting on the bus. I'd just sneak up behind it with a grapple hook.
Yeah, but
Wait,
with the
so are you
disabled
saying-
person button, they can start lowering the bus before you get to the door so that it's already lowered and it doesn't take up an extra 2 minutes of time to wait for you to get fucking
It
off.
doesn't take 2 minutes. It takes like 10 seconds at most. It's not like it's a major thing.
well, no, it depends on how disabled you are, though.
Yeah.
Scotsman. It does depend on how disabled you are, because I was just about to say, I've seen some disabled people take 20 minutes to cover a small distance. What I mean is,
but Peter, let's face it.
get people who suffer things like cerebral palsy and things like that. It
Well,
does take them
you know-
quite a while to cover a small distance.
Yeah, but Peter, how many
Peter,
times have you seen
the people
somebody
that you're
in iron
seeing
lung
take
getting on a
forever to-
bus?
Peter, let's be honest about something. The next time you're watching a crippled person take a long time to go short distance, give them their fucking chair back.
No, I know.
Yeah.
Maybe that's my problem. I'm just making them
Richard
crawl.
Kenny shares apartment are shared still.
Or at least,
Riding the bus in the hope of tracking him down.
plug
They've been
the
told
life
his
support back
routine.
in.
They've been told about his routine and say he takes the Comet bus between Walmart on Forest Drive and Percival Road on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday nights. If caught, the pervert will face an indecent exposure charge, which could see him fined and sent to prison. He also faces a life ban from Comet buses and transit centres. Comet bus spokesman John Ando said the safety and protection of our riders and our drivers is always the highest priority, and will maintain zero tolerance for improper behaviour.
Yeah, the safety of their riders.
So I'm pretty sure we said this on the stream before here, but don't wank on the boss. If you're gonna wank, just wait till you get home.
Well, that's your new sign off then, Scotsman. Thank you for joining, everyone. Thanks for watching, and don't wank on the bus.
Yeah. It's a good job he said get home and not get off.
Yeah.
That was timing.
It was.
That was
And
so
that's what-
bad too.
I genuinely thought that might have been Mr. Misanthropic trying out a new digital bell.
Yeah. I did for a second.
And that's why disabled people should live on top of the hills, and then they'll never be late for anything.
Like I
Oh
said,
my god, guys, guess what? I just
What?
successfully painted my nails purple without getting out all over the place.
How do you know
How'd
that?
you know?
that's what I was going to say.
Because
Yeah,
I
turn your
took a
camera on.
picture and
Turn
sent it to somebody.
They might have been lying.
No.
You might have used colourless lip varnish. Nail varnish, rather.
Well, you didn't.
No.
I thought you didn't wear makeup anyway.
To be fair,
No,
she-
but I'm going to get an office job soon, so I
Batman.
want to know how to paint my nails pretty.
Batman. No one
Pretty.
tell her she used poster paint.
Oh, it's worse than that. It's chocolate syrup.
The way it smells, it's definitely nail polish.
Like, that could just because you got the jar of nail polish open and you put chocolate syrup on your nails.
See, aren't you proud of me? I painted my nails while I'm blind.
Big deal. There's a guy in America who rides his bike and he's blind. He actually uses echolocation.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's also a guy that uses echolocation to do home interior design. That's really cool too.
Yeah.
To be fair, there's probably also a guy who uses echolocation to murder people. What's your point?
I sent everybody a picture.
I don't see the picture.
It's loaded.
The irony, Scotsman.
Yeah.
No,
They're blue.
To be fair, well done.
Yeah, but they're still blue.
No, they're purple.
Well, they look blue on my screen.
No, they're purple, mate.
They're blue, they're blue. I just wanted the excuse to sing that, actually. That's all it was. They're purple.
Okay. Prisoners unlearn the toxic masculinity that led to their incarceration.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
In prisons across California, imagine my shock. Inmates are learning toxic masculinity. It might be the answer to the state's
Nope.
problem. Hello, Skittles and Honey Monster.
Hello, Skittles and Honey Monster.
Hello,
Sorry, I was taking Batman's accent then. I meant, hello, Skittles.
No, you weren't.
Well, that was closer to my accent, if anything.
Well, no, I took Batman's accent when I said Honey Monster.
No, you didn't. You just sounded like a retard.
I just saw the same one and I already want to kill myself.
Don't say it, Peter. Don't say it.
It's been 10 years since George Whedon was behind bars, and he still goes back into correctional facilities on a regular basis. He has spent most of his life cycling in and out of the justice system in Northern California. Now he says he's out for good, looking for other inmates to do the same. The former inmate flies out of the prison rehabilitation program that teaches men about gender roles and how integrated ideas of masculinity have contributed to the violent crimes. Oh, fuck off.
Yeah, because you know what the ingrained ideas of masculinity usually tell you? To be a provider, to take care of a family, to look after your community. Those are the ingrained fucking ideas of masculinity.
Yeah.
Much more than anything else.
Blue Model Wireless. I haven't seen you before, but you somehow have a range. I am macho.
Oh yeah.
I think I've seen him before, but he has a range. Don't know why. Yeah, way to reform criminals by giving them useless degrees. Yeah.
Why does it look like pumpkin truckers trying to land on the moon?
I have no idea.
I'm
sure it'll be wonderful to help rehabilitate criminals. Yes, it will. Possible.
Better.
GRIP, or a guiding range into power.
Yep.
Guiding range into power started at San Quentin Prison in 2013 and has expanded to 5 state prisons across California.
App's name, isn't it? San Quentin.
Oh, you change your avatar, fair enough. Might be cheaper in a way to get a degree in the long run. Now the family torturing me by not letting me go home. The family's torturing me by not letting me go home, so that's why you're not here then. As long as you don't shit yourself, I guess you should be fine.
I think that most of these people in prison will find it's not toxic masculinity that's responsible for them being in prison, but committing crimes.
Yeah, crime doesn't have a gender.
Nope. But going to prison does.
Yep. Being a man also means that they must not stab random people for random reasons. That's a woman's job. Yeah, I know.
Hold on a second.
First and foremost, we can cry. Luna said to inmates gathered for training in May at Avenel State Prison. We can show emotion, I'll be honest with you, that's courageous motherfucker who's willing to stand up and show his emotions through tears and encourage to tell us to tell it. And through tears and all, and be courageous and tell a story. Luna lives in Hollister, California, but sometimes makes travel up to 6 hours to facilitate the trainings. When I leave, I probably cry maybe 2 or 3 times thinking about the day, things that happened. After arriving at his motel near the prison, it's just I've got to compartmentalize while I'm there. But when I get something hit me hard, I hear some of these guys' stories. During the trainings, inmates open up about their traumatic experiences such as sexual assault, abandonment by their family, and domestic violence inflicted by loved ones. Revisiting what they call this original trauma.
Hold on. Domestic violence inflicted by loved ones. Most statistically will be heterosexual, so these loved ones are inflicting domestic violence will be women. And he's on about toxic masculinity.
Actually, Blanket, you actually did a pretty good job painting your nails, to be fair.
Yeah.
Yeah. Didn't know you had 6 fingers,
Yeah,
man?
I'll talk to you later. No worries, skills. How in God's green earth is this stream looking better than this shitty quality you had using Google? I don't know. Maybe you have better internet where you are.
I thought you said you painted them blue.
No, I tried to paint them blue, but then the cap broke off from the painty stick, and I'm like, no way, I'm going to be able to use that. So then I made it purple.
Blind girl, can I get a sound clip of you saying the cat broke off from the pinky stick?
Yeah, the cap broke off from the little painty stick.
Pinky stick.
I just really like that phrase. I don't know why. Hello, Cliptic. How are you?
Hello, Cliptic.
Genuinely, actually, no, for once, that just came out because I didn't even do hello. I just went, hello, Cliptic. Cryptic.
Clip-tick.
Oh, Cliptic. I wish you didn't know that.
Everything is dirty when it comes to cryptic.
It's an integral part of the work. It's the experiences they had as young boys, the coping mechanisms and survival tactics. I've been a vicious person most of my life. My young and adult life, I got out of prison. I was happy about a group member and former member of the Hells Angels motorcycle club says I'm sentencing the judge. Says in sentencing the judge deemed me a menace to society. And I said growing on the spine of my life, I made my mother scared of me. The trainings that I all take place over a month, maybe it's once a month over 12 months throughout the program. Inmates learn about the male role belief system. They learn that when men live inside the box, they're only allowed to have a narrow field of emotions, ranging from anger to indifference. I'd like to stick my toes in Scotty's mouth. You're a bit of change human being.
That could be taken many ways. It could be a sexual thing, or he just wants to kick you in the teeth.
I'm sure Peter would enjoy it, though.
No,
Well-
Scotsman, I too want your tongue in my mouth.
No, Peter. No. Cryptic says he wants to stick his toes in my mouth.
Oh, toes.
should do
No,
it.
no,
He really
no,
likes toes.
no,
Hey, Scotty,
no,
What?
not toes.
can you, let's say, anybody want a quick joke? Are you
Anything
able to
else?
present me
Okay, give me a second.
trucker humor? Trucker
You
humor,
want to,
you'll
I was
love
going
it.
to say, you want a quick joke? Scotsman, turn your cam on and present yourself.
There we go. And I'm like, selfie. Look in the doors.
Hang on, what does that say?
Nah.
Doesn't matter what
Selfie,
it says.
open the doors.
Look at the reflection.
Selfie.
I really can't see that because on the StreamYard page, the quality is awful. On the stream, it's better but smaller. Oh no, hang on, I've just looked on
Okay,
the...
well, a reflective door in front of the truck means it's reflecting the truck, and he said selfie, so that's the joke. You don't even have to see it to get it.
I can't
Yeah,
even
come
see
on.
that the truck is reflected, to be
I
honest.
can't.
But
Okay.
even if you can't see that he's reflected, obviously it will be because it's a metal door.
She's so
Right.
right.
Any medical.
Pointless to you. Oh, no,
A blind person got the joke. You didn't. There we go. That's,
Exactly.
That is bad when the blind person gets the
Yeah,
joke.
I was just about to take a screenshot of that just to show you what I could see, and then I realised, hang on, that wouldn't prove my point to blind girl, but it would prove my point to everyone else. No, my point is that was just a mess of pixels to me.
this
I
is saying.
vaguely
Fair enough.
make out the shape of a truck.
Okay,
the
type one in the
Canadian
chat. Think Blind Girls should start a gaming channel.
As if that wouldn't prove their compatibility to any significant degree.
Do you think my gaming channel would do really well?
That'd be very interesting.
It might do because you'd be terrible at it. A blind girl does a
Well,
sticker.
I mean, Press does video games, so I should be able to do it too.
Hey, blind girl does a stick of a pretty unicorn, rainbow unicorn.
Right, blind girl, you and me, Street Fighter, we're playing.
Oh, okay. Can I buy that off of Steam?
10-star code?
No, but I can send you my emulator, and there is a way of connecting them online. We could
gotta do
actually
this.
technically play Street Fighter online.
Oh my god, we gotta do
Only
it.
with the 10. You must have the 10-star code enabled.
Blind Girl.
No.
Anyway, back to the fucking article. They're allowed to live in on a narrow field of emotions, ranging from anger to indifference. It's what many might recognize as some of the basic tenets of feminism. Ugh. I'm gonna act tough and in charge. That was me, Michael Gabriel.
I've just
Cabral.
thought, blind girl, we've already duetted on a song online, and you bested me. If we do this and you beat me, I am not going to be happy.
You can't admit for
Awesome.
Back to the fucking news, people. News.
Super
News.
excited.
News.
Press one in the chat if we should totally get this on.
Shut up. Now look at me, 32 years old, and I went to shit because I'm doing fucking 16 years to life in prison. All because what? I didn't want to be loving. But that's who I truly am. Luna said learning about these lessons transformed his life. He recalled seeing family members assault their wives and how it warped his perception of the world. Society says the male dominates. No, it doesn't. For what crime exactly, I have no idea. It doesn't say.
In certain contexts, male dominates, but not as society as a whole.
Yeah, this isn't fucking Islam. I mean,
Nope.
they tried to breed into you. You can't be anything. You can't be anything else. Masculine, hardcore, callous person, but men can be loving and have compassion. Well, no one said they couldn't.
Not even back in the 20s or even earlier.
Yeah. Tell blind girl there's a sticker of a pretty rainbow unicorn on the back of the truck.
Aww, it's probably really pretty too.
Thank you, Green Thunder, because I couldn't fucking see that either.
There's not.
No,
Pretty
I
pretty
know that.
Princess Rainbow. That's so adorable, Chucker. You shouldn't be ashamed of your unicorn.
Yeah, unicorns are fucking.
Hold on. I've got a front-facing dash cam. How the hell would you see a sticker on the back of my truck?
I think it means the,
Well,
it
that
means
makes
the other
it
truck.
not true. That
It means the other truck. I think. Also what's wrong with
Actually-
unicorns? Unicorns are fucking ass because unicorns are badass, man. You would not want to fuck with a unicorn. They would fucking kick the living shit out of you.
Just chop its horn off with a magic sword. It's defenseless.
Yeah, unicorns
Yeah,
are an actual animal.
if we can dominate rhinoceros enough to have them always extinct, a unicorn totally has no chance with guns and shit.
No, because you can't tame them.
No, but you can shoot them.
Actually, if you're a virgin, you can do pretty much whatever you want with a unicorn. So Green,
Yeah, virgins
Thunder,
can
would
tame them.
be,
No one else can. So yeah.
so Green Thunder would be a unicorn master.
Yeah, he'd. Most of his inmates have gone through other prison rehabilitation programs, but GRIP is different. They said because the work they do inside the training goes deeper than other programs. What this has done for me here in the past year has given me back, once again, my humanity. I've gained my empathy towards people, and my emotional intelligence is right now over the top for me.
X
And
to that.
Yeah. And I'm restored my faith that my mother used to have in me today and my children. The inmates largely attribute the program's effectiveness to two factors. The first is grips, authenticity. Most of the people leading the training programs are current or former or current inmates. It's what made the program stand out to Luna when he first signed up for it in 2007. If they haven't walked in my shoes, how can they help me? Luna said, referring to other program facilitators. This aspect is something the warden of the state prison, Rosemary Nadeau, fuck knows, sees as vital to his success. Also, emotional intelligence is bullshit. Well, not according to Blind Girl, it's not. According to her, I don't have any.
Well,
I'm just saying emotional intelligence is bullshit. Even though Blind Girl, you said I don't have any emotional intelligence.
Sorry, what?
Yeah, fucking repeat myself for the third time. Arms Killer is saying I don't have it. Arms Killer is saying emotional intelligence is bullshit, but I'm saying according to you, you think emotional intelligence is real because you say I don't have any.
Well, emotional.
Emotions or intelligence?
No,
Emotional
there is
intelligence.
there is such thing as emotional intelligence. I've read a book on it because I auditioned to do the audio book for it. The bloke who coined the phrase, he wrote the book back in 1986, and he's just recently got around to wanting people to do the audio book, and I auditioned for it. It's actually quite an interesting concept. The idea that you learn from, you emotionally learn from things like, things like dropping ice cream makes you feel sad.
that's a very old
When
concept.
you're a child. So you learn the idea that gaining something that you like and then losing it instantly temporarily makes you sad. But in the grand scheme of things, the emotional intelligence comes from learning, ice cream is transient. It's transient, yeah.
Yeah.
And you can just get another ice cream. That wasn't the last ice cream in the world.
Oh, unless of course that was your last, your last money, and you can't get another ice cream.
Yeah, no, temporarily, it's not going to be your last money ever. There will be other ice cream.
What happens if you're going to die in an hour?
You're being silly now, Batman.
Yes, I am.
If you've done time, you have credibility. I said I'm saying inmates, you can make. I'm saying to inmates, you can make it. I've never done time, but when somebody else who's done time comes back and says to them, "Look at me, I was there with you."
I'm going to say, Arms Killer. No, it's not exactly bullshit. I think the detail that
you said this
went into was a bit bullshit, but the core principle of it stands. I think
Definitely the way that feminists and SJWs use it is bullshit.
Emotional intelligence is very much linked to the frontal cortex of the brain.
Well, a lot of it has to do with rationalizing your choices when they're emotional as well.
Well, and that's the thing is that children have an inability to do that because their brain hasn't developed fully enough to actually process said emotions and to be able to recognize how you're feeling and be able to tell, is this real or is this my bias towards something, is also a sign of intelligence to be able to discriminate against certain emotions, temporary emotions, and prolonged emotions. So yeah, there is a certain intelligence to emotions, and most of it comes with a prefrontal cortex growth. That's why psychopaths and sociopaths usually have smaller or even barely existing prefrontal cortexes because they're unable to register certain emotions when doing certain acts. So yeah, there is in fact an emotional intelligence. It's not intelligence how you think about it, but it is intelligence.
Doesn't it also take a while to develop? Isn't that the last part of your brain that develops? Because it doesn't develop until you're in your mid-20s, isn't it?
Well, yeah, and think about it. When when you're a child, right? The best story I can think of, when I was a child, right, when Tamagotchis first came out, I really wanted a Tamagotchi. And for some reason, this always sticks in my mind. But when one Saturday, we were told, yeah, all right, we'll go to Toys R Us, we'll get you a Tamagotchi. And then something came up. Something quite serious came up. And we couldn't go to Toys R Us that day. That devastated me as a kid.
Like, another.
Obviously,
sorry,
as I've learned, in the grand scheme of things, I still got a Tamagotchi the next day.
Yeah,
Well, children are unable to process disappointment because disappointment turns into rage.
Yeah, and the another example is that when
Which explains why a lot of housewives are pissed all the time. Sorry,
another
I had to.
example said when kids say that they hate you, at the time they say it, they mean it with every fiber of their being.
For those 5 seconds.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's the last part of the brain. It's the last part of the brain that develops, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
But most of the development happens between 0 and 6.
Yeah, but it's the last part that I see fully developed because it's fully developed.
Yeah, but development isn't equally spanning between 0 and 25. So it mostly develops between the years of 0 and 6, and then it slowly develops the rest of its development until you're 25. But it's not in equal increments of every year.
That makes sense because it is essential to developing a sense of self.
Yes.
Yeah, but you start to establish that as you get to a teenager, you start to learn what your interests are and stuff.
You know a little bit of that when you're a child as well. That's why with autism there are things called special
you fully establish who you are when you're a teenager, though.
Yeah,
that's
but like I said, the growth isn't equal to the growth that happens between 0 and 6. That's why a lot of complex trauma disorders happen between the years of 0 and 6.
Never tasted transient flavored ice cream. Programs
I think I've just realised something when it comes to shilling myself. I choose humour for actual
self-emphasis, David.
Efficacy.
Programs emphasis on self-acceptance instead of self-improvement. Like many other rehabilitation programs, there's another reason why inmates say it works. Self-improvement says you don't have to accept. You don't have what it takes, but we're trying to get you there. Self-acceptance is that I know you're hurt. I know you're hurt. I know you're hurting, but underneath, there's still that good, decent, pure human who deserves to live, who deserves to love, who deserves to be free. Depends on the fucking crime.
Well, no, but I mean that also is a contradicting statement. Because essentially what you're saying is you don't need to improve anything, just accept things the way they are and never get better ever. That's one statement. But then at the same time, they're saying accept yourself to the fact that you deserve to live. Those are two different statements. So accepting yourself in the way that you deserve to live and that you can love yourself is one degree of good advice. But the second bit of advice that says you don't need to improve anything, just accept yourself, is when you're like, okay, so it's harder to improve myself. Therefore, I'm going to be fucking lazy about it and just accept myself the way it is with 0 improvements. And I shouldn't try to improve myself. I shouldn't strive to improve myself. I should just stay like whatever the fuck I am right now, which is bad advice to give to somebody that takes joy out of raping people. Because you probably should improve that about yourself, not accept it.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. Some people don't fucking deserve to be free as well.
Anyone I've ever raped, I've never enjoyed it.
People need to also. Yeah, I think it's teaching each other both, and also.
Well, I sure didn't enjoy it, Peter.
I think it's teaching each other both, and people also think that people also don't fucking deserve to be free, depending on what they've done.
Well, it's not even depending on what they've done.
Just says socialism.
What they've done only pertains to a certain group of crimes. I think that the people that are not able to go back into society is the risk factor in their if they're going to reoffend. Like if there's a high risk factor of reoffending, should be a different case, not just what they've done.
Saying it teaches them that they deserve to be free. Well, no, you don't deserve to be free depending on what crime you've done.
Yes, but it also depends on your likelihood to reoffend. For example, if somebody shot and killed somebody because they fucked their wife, the likelihood of reoffending, not so high. So let's say they serve their 25 years and they get out. Well, do they deserve to get out? Probably, because their likelihood of reoffending isn't as high as, say, somebody who shot up the garlic festival. Their
But it's not
likelihood
as
of
simple as that,
reoffending
though,
is
is it?
higher.
It's not simple as that, because if they go out, they struggle to get a job, they may end up going back to crime so they can get money for themselves and stuff. One of
Yeah,
the reasons why
but
the suicide rate is very high.
in the aggravated murder of you slept with my wife and I've just caught you when I shot him, is the likelihood of reoffending in that manner is lower than someone who's a mass shooter who enjoys shooting. Yes, it might be
I can't bring you in
hard
because
to
it
might
doesn't say
start going to petty crime, but the likelihood of them going and shooting people is very low. Petty crime, it might be higher because they now struggle in life after they're 25.
Yeah.
Like
Also,
likelihood of
Blanco,
You're
you're
cutting
them
out.
reoffending. Oh, well, that's fine because nobody was listening
you are.
anyway.
Yeah,
I was
we were.
listening. I was just going to tell Crappy Slayer something.
We were. We just
Well,
couldn't
You
get
can't join
the
because the devices aren't connected. You need to connect your microphone to the thing.
blind girl. We were listening. We just couldn't get a word in edgewise.
Well, yeah, because I mean, there's a very big difference. Because, like, let's say murder, you can never be let out again. But again, it's the likelihood that you're going to reoffend. So, you know, like I said, if it's an aggravated manslaughter where, like, you've caught your wife cheating with the guy in the bed and you pull out your gun and shoot him, your likelihood to reoffend is going to be very low compared to somebody who hates the dude. And so whether you should be allowed to have a life again depends on your likelihood to reoffend and how fucking sick in the head you are. It's not just about the crime committed, it's about the context and it's about the likelihood to do it again.
Well, I guess it kind of. No, I agree with that to some extent, but it also depends on like the circumstance.
Well, yeah, hence likelihood to reoffend. That's all about circumstance. And what actually happened and motive also plays a big part in that. That's why in its base form, in what it was supposed to be for, hate-driven crimes or racial crimes, I agree, needed to be there. Because let's say I'm going to use it as politically correct. Let's say I fucking hate white people. Fucking hate white people. The likelihood of me reoffending is super high because it's a hate crime. I fucking hate white people. I'm probably going to do it again. So the base implementation of hate crimes and race crimes was to determine the likelihood of reoffending. It was not to be used the way it's being used right now. And that all depends on motive, which is why the motive for said crime is actually just as important as what the crime actually was.
That's why I disagree with the idea of hate crimes, because those factors you're saying are used in hate crimes to determine the degree of reoffending were already being used before hate crimes were on the book.
Also, I think hate crimes are very, very hard to prove.
That's the very reason
But the
why.
degree of your sentencing was increased because you're actually at a higher likelihood to reoffend. They were being used, but because they recognized that you have a higher likelihood to reoffend because of racially motivated crimes, they were able to extend your sentence.
They already did that. This is the very reason why the likes of the Ku Klux Klan became outlawed.
They already did that, yeah, but now
They're
they've
also
made it
very hard to
easier
prove
do
as well.
so.
It's also very hard to prove the motivation of a crime as well. That's the thing.
Not if it's KKK die blacks die. That's not very hard at all.
You know what I'm saying? There are circumstances where you like it could just be someone called a black person because they're a black person, but you don't know that.
Yeah, but that's the way they're using it now. Like I said, taking out the way the law is using it now. Back then, it would have had to have been like, okay, this person used to hit just black people, and then this person would walk around saying them damn niggas all over the place, and then shot several black people. That would be a hate crime, or put KKK all over their shit, or whatever. It used to be those circumstances that would get you a higher sentence because of your likelihood to reoffend. Nowadays, it's just you shoot a black person, you hate the blacks. And that I disavow. I hate that the way it's being used. But previously, back in the KKK days, when they actually brought it up, it was a good thing because what it meant was repeat offenders weren't higher on to be back on the streets, so less people died.
Okay, prison usually makes them better criminals. It depends. Sometimes prison scares people and it makes them want to get out.
It depends what the crime is. If you're in there for drugs, sometimes it makes you turn your life around because you don't want to be that.
Well, also some people get involved in violence and stuff can like turn their life around because of prison as well.
About 40% of the people in prisons are reoffenders, and they reoffend because they like it in prison. They prefer
Well, no, because they struggle for money and stuff like that, and sometimes they end up being homeless and stuff, which drives them towards crime. That's what happens there.
Or they're psychopaths, sociopaths.
Scotty, seriously, there are people in. And
that as well.
I think it's roughly 40% of any given prison population are reoffenders because they're habitually institutionalized. They prefer it in prison. They reoffend just to get sent back.
Some people are very easy to institutionalize. The same with the army as well. A lot of people, when they get out of the army, they struggle to adapt with life outside the army and stuff. So, imagine prison's a very similar thing. I'd imagine.
Much more so, because at the army, you in the army, you're not under it 24/7. In prison, you are.
Yeah, anyway, I'm pretty sure we've done this article to death now. Prison is sharp, cheap labor. Yeah, that's the private prisoners are. Yeah, private prisons, I'd say there are.
Yeah, there were extreme cases of people who become institutionalized. They're actually frightened of the outside world.
Yeah. Sometimes they cannot justice society after prison. Yep. Saudi women can now travel without male guardian's approval. Yeah.
Unless you use the app to keep track of them, and then in which case you're screwed.
Isn't that only Pakistan? I thought it was only Pakistan, that.
Nope. It's any Muslim that wants to download it.
Oh, yeah, the app was from Pakistan then.
The app was also supported by Google and Apple.
I'm shocked.
And they haven't taken it down either.
Women in Saudi Arabia will no longer need the permission of a male guardian to travel. Oh, very progressive of you. You're now about as fucking progressive as we were in the fucking 1800s. Well, I put even further back, but at least fucking. Like, was there ever a case where women weren't allowed to travel without male approval over here?
In Europe, like the 1400s, maybe.
Probably, I don't know. The policy, if confirmed, would mark a key step in dismantling controls that have made women second-class citizens in their own country. Well, at least they're agreeing to this. This is from The Guardian as well.
Well,
they're
saying bad things about Islam. Wow.
Well, they're not saying
shock, imagine it.
About Saudi Arabia. Saudi women over the age of 21 will be able to apply for a passport to travel outside the country without approval. The change to put them on an equal footing with men. They would also reportedly be able to register births and deaths, a right previously restricted that to men. What a great country. They don't say what it costs information. But the country's official gazette tweeted the statements to travel rules, labor laws, and civil status law would be included in its next edition. A report comes at a time of increased scrutiny of women's status in Saudi Arabia. In recent months, several young women fled the country and made public pleas seeking asylum from their family and the government. Last year, local authorities arrested many the country's most prominent female campaigners in a sweeping crackdown on activists. And no feminists. And did you hear any mainstream feminists supporting these people? Because I didn't. The country's crown prince and de facto ruler Mohammed bin Salman has sought to present himself as a modernist reformer. He's being appointed heir to the throne in 2017. Critics say the jailing of female activists under his watch, achievement of dissidents including Jamal Foreign, the journalist who was murdered in Saudi Arabia, a Saudi consulate in Istanbul, suggests the regime only wants change on its terms. Prince Mohammed has brought in sweeping social and economic changes aimed at partly winning the country's office of fairness on oil revenue. He has also dismantled some of the strict controls over women. Last year, a driving ban was lifted and rules alerting to freeing women from needing permission from a male guardian to study at university, undergo surgery, or get a job.
Yeah, Batman, I hear you laughing. Just seen the group DM.
Yeah, cat weasel.
Yeah, I've genuinely, I've heard that before. I've also had Mr. Friendly from, is it Demolition Man? Edgar Friendly?
Edgar Friendly, Dennis.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Catweasel would be better because at least Catweasel was well liked.
Yeah, stop taking a drag every sentence. You've been sucking too much. Well, Cryptic Guy smoke. That's fine. Go smoking, Cryptic.
Oh, Cryptic, I fucking love
My
it.
God. Like, your smoking, Scotty, is like louder than Pete's lighter.
I made that deliberately louder, though.
No, it sometimes it sounds like that even when you're not being deliberately louder. Like, seriously.
Yeah.
I can tell every puff you take, every breath you make.
I'll be
She'll be watching you.
Every breath you take, every teacher you take.
Anyway, back to the article.
Every Irish
Crown
woman.
Prince has curbed the power of the religious police who once portrayed women to check they had got instructions for their activities. They also broke up mixed sex gatherings. What a great country.
Hang on.
Amazing
Right.
religion. Amazing religion.
I've got a cable and chair problem here.
Oh, that's fun when that happens.
And the change is welcomed by activists who say Saudi Arabia's guardianship has kept women in its legal limbo as perpetual minors and should be dismantled internally.
Sorry, I'd somehow managed to wrap my headphone cable around my chair.
It happens.
Suck on that dick harder, bitch.
Tell the truth, Peter. It's that girl guide you've got chained under your desk.
For Saudi Arabia's role in Yemen's brutal civil war and its relentless pursuit of opponents a woman of wrath. The most prominently of foreign, a forensic and damning UN report that the Crown Prince should be investigated over the murder because there was credible evidence that he and other senior officials were liable for the killing. He's denied any involvement. Next to that, he had.
You know what? I think every time you guys hear Scotty take a drag from a cigarette, you should write dick in chat.
Why?
I love that it's
It's
changed because
hilarious.
you used to do that to me. Oh,
Yep.
I missed those days when you used to do that to me. Puff, puff,
Fuck,
bitch.
bitch.
She's
Yeah.
evil.
You smoke as well, Blind. I don't know what you're on about.
Actually, I haven't had a cigarette today.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I've seen
You had them yesterday, though.
Yeah, you're right, Scotty. I've seen pictures of Blind Girl. She's smoking.
Thank
yeah.
you.
Yeah. If anything, right? If anyone is abusing blind girls' blindness, it's you, Scotsman.
She came on to me, remember, Peter? She came on to me.
Yeah, you say that. You say that.
Because she loves me. That's why. Yeah. Well, Peter, it says a lot about you then if a fucking blind person doesn't even want to date you.
I didn't say I didn't want to date him. I just picked you.
Yeah, Scotsman. Remember when I met Blind Girl? I was with Brit.
Yeah.
Yeah, you said the only reason you picked me was because I was single at the time.
Why would you do that, Scotsman? Why would you deliberately
Okay, lay off the
firebomb your own
self-deprecation,
argument?
y'all.
Yeah, why would you firebomb your own argument there?
I'm just saying that. I'm just saying that. This is a
keeping up with this.
I never said that, Scotty, but you did, and wow.
Well, you did say this to me.
Wow.
I am so
Scotty
right.
doesn't know that for you'll
The
never
news of the
be
street.
doing my
Well,
band every
That's
Sunday.
really good, actually. Scotsman, you've got 12 viewers. That's really good.
That's not that great. That's all right.
It's above average for your stream. But to the 12 people watching, I do apologize. I did not think that joke would actually cause that. I was just kidding.
Yeah, really shooting yourself in the foot. Well, I haven't really got much going for me, have I, honest Killer? I mean, let's be honest here. Man discovers new flatmate is making creepy pillow of human hair.
Well,
Staying
there's
around-
worse hobbies to have.
A man of human hair? Oh, right. A creepy.
There's what to have?
There's worse hobbies to have.
Right. Okay. I
Like
wasn't
what, for example?
I was looking at my screen when the headline was on the screen, and obviously you read it out loud, so I couldn't understand it. Can you just bring it back for a sec,
Why?
so that I can actually read the headline?
Oh. Yeah, sharing a rent at home with strangers is always a gamble. Sometimes you meet friends for life, and other times you meet odd people who could cause you to lock your bedroom every night. Unfortunately, Ben James, 34, encountered the latter after discovering his new flatmate wants to make a disturbing pillow out of human hair. After recently moving into a rented house, he couldn't believe his eyes when he was throwing a bottle in the. When he went to throw a bottle in the bathroom pedal bin. To his shock, the bin was full of salt and peppered locks and weighed the equivalent of a 1 pound bag of sugar. Couldn't you just say it weighed 1 pound? You would have to have a bag of sugar at the end of that. Anything to get you that fucking
No,
few
it's
isn't it?
it's right. It's more a context thing. Remember, people who actually
If it weighs 1 pound, if it weighs 1 pound.
remember people who actually read the Metro as opposed to just pick it up and farm it for stupid articles. People who actually read the Metro are mainly idiots, so they do need that comparison. That's
No,
No, but-
they're not
It weighed
being.
1 pound. It's not a fucking bag of sugar at the end of it, did it? If it's the same as if it's the same as 1 pound bag of sugar, it weighs 1 pound. They could have just said it weighed 1 pound.
no, hang
Yeah,
on.
but sometimes
No,
you can
hang on.
visualize what 1 pound actually is if you reference something common in everyday life. It's a common tactic, especially for writers that want to add a little bit of symbolism to things. It gives you a little bit more. Plus, paid by the word.
Peter, I'm going to have to come down on Scotsman's side here because when they read that, where's the equivalent of a 1 pound bag of sugar? They'll have been on their phones Googling to find out what a bag of sugar is.
Yes, Metro readers we're talking about here. People like me to fucking read the
I
Metro.
prefer my weight to be in kilos of cocaine. Yes, honey. It's like, right, imagine if, right, I said we found 1 kilogram of cocaine, right? That's quite a lot of cocaine. But if I turned around and said that is like 1 bag of sugar from Morrison's, to somebody who has, I don't know, never dealt with drugs or anything like that, they'd understand that a kilogram of cocaine feels the same as a kilogram of a kilogram of sugar feels the same as a kilogram of cocaine.
Why didn't they just say bag of sugar instead of 1 pound bag of sugar then?
Well, because you get
No,
because you get bags of sugar in different weights, you fool.
anyway, Ben from London described the activity as something out of a horror film.
He's from London. That
And
explains
it
everything.
was heavy as a bag of sugar, he said. The hair itself was quite light, so for it to weigh as that much is quite remarkable. Ben decided to quiz us out me about the bizarre discovery, but the man in his 60s unashamedly revealed that his hair was his. The hair was his.
Oh,
Well,
dear,
he's in his 60s, at least he still has fucking hair. The way I'm going, if I'm in the 60s, I'll be bald and red, probably. I'm going with him in my 60s, I won't have any hair anymore. Shame, really. I keep waking up late for these streams. Well, no worries. It's early in the morning for you. So, yeah, if you just stream at 6:30 my time, I'd probably miss it. I'll be honest. Oh, Mark Queen.
Hey! Oh, fucking hell!
Hey,
I was just about to type exclamation mark Math Queen in the chat, and then I remembered it's not my stream.
Yeah, Peter. Neither stream is your stream, Peter.
I wish.
Nah, it fucking is now.
Fuck you, fucking wish. Even fucking Peter stream's better than your one, Blind Girl.
Well, you know.
Actually, no. To be fair, I much prefer listening to Blind Girl stream than mine, and I have to listen to my streams back sometimes.
Yeah,
The
me
poor
too.
bastard is sincere, and this guy is wetting himself. The idea of hair towers.
I would much prefer to listen to Blind Girl than me own streams. This one, I forced myself through when I was in a bad mood and decided I wanted to do that video, which I'm not going to do now. I've decided the whole video is scrapped. I'm going to use the sound clip Bear has done for it for something else.
I feel like whenever you're in a bad mood, you just gotta listen to Scotty grunt, and it makes you giggle, and you're okay again.
Is that what you phone me? Is that what you always phone me when you're in a bad mood?
No, I do
I
that
never
to my
phone you
boyfriend.
when I'm in a bad mood.
It's true, actually. Yeah. It happens at least once a day. I've noticed this. It happens at least once a day. She's got something to moan about. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I've got a complicated life. Got a problem with that?
No, I'm just saying.
Yeah, well, wait till you come over here. It's going to be even more complicated than that.
I would love it. I would love it one day, right? In fact, I would love to be in a situation one day where I'm in a bad mood and I can just ring TC and just go, look, can I just tickle your balls for a minute?
Yeah, he said
Seriously,
he
a
intended
Scottish grunt can make you happy any time of the day.
he said he intended to make a homemade pillow from his beard and hair trimmings.
That is fucking disgusting. That's wrong.
And he had
Yeah,
been
you know how much crap is in somebody's beard? Ew.
and he had been storing them in the bin until he had enough.
Well, no, to be fair, when it comes to like hair clippings from beard, the crap that gets caught in your beard, right, only stays there when it's stuck to your face because it's stuck to your face. Once you shear that off, the crap actually comes away from it because the hairs separate.
Marking what happened. He says she wants to spill some tea.
Math Queen, spill away, sweetheart.
Go for it.
If you want some girly talk, I can abandon Scotty and chat with you.
TC says, I didn't know you thought of me that way. I'm just joking, mate. But Math Queen, my DMs are open as well. If you feel comfortable doing that, I'm perfectly happy to talk to you. As you know.
You can definitely have some girly time messaging Pete too.
And she says she's driving, she can't type even though she's typing in my chat right now.
Well, yeah, that's why I said call me, girl. You can call me and we can have a chat. So if you want.
She's probably doing text to speech.
Yeah, this is the project he's had in the works for some time. When he got home and I asked what it was for, he just said, "Cammy, I'm planning to make a pillow." Well, that's going to be for his own room or living room. I'm not quite sure. I didn't want to probe him too much to save embarrassment, but it really is quite creepy. I can't say anything quite like that before. It's something out of a horror film. Ken said the house wasn't on the best, Nick, when it was originally viewed. But he said he desperately needed to find a place.
Especially if you fashion the pillow into like a body pillow, an anime body pillow.
I did notice my socks stick to the floor, and the flat gives off the vibe that it hasn't been cleaned in 15 years.
Even worse if you put Opinionated Scotsman's avatar on it as well. Imagine that, a full-length body pillow of Scotsman. You've got to get into merch, mate. You've got to start doing. You've got to release a body pillow.
Nobody's going to buy that. Nobody's going to buy that.
Oh, I think you'd be surprised. I think Cryptic
Blind Girl might buy it. That'll be the only person that buys it.
definitely buy it.
Dude, I don't like weird hair.
If they can Blind Girl to buy it, that'll be about it.
Yeah, I wouldn't count on that, but I think Cryptic would buy it, and we'd actually finally get a video out of Cryptic for it. He might get the video taken down for the amount of knives in the video, but who knows?
I would never imagine finding something like this.
Back to the story.
Oh.
I'd buy that for $1.
I'd buy a body pillow of Baby Scotsman.
Right,
Okay. Human being.
Because that video is actually on my channel. Yes, when I launch my merch store, there will be Baby Scotsman merch.
Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Also, that's my fucking lineage. I'd buy to stick my feet in your face.
You know, there's actually enough language, Pete, that we could splice together a audio file of Scotty singing Baby Shark. Do 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 do.
No, genuinely right. I learned this from 24. I've probably got enough sound clips of Scotsman to actually get him to say anything we want now.
Peter, are you honestly going to throw for all 105 episodes of that? For that, really?
Yes, it's worth it.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. I'll bug you after Scully's stream. No worries, man.
All right.
I can easily just kick me out or something if there's too many people.
Oh my god, I almost forgot. If you guys could donate to Trucker Streamlabs, that would be really, really nice because he could totally use some coffee shills.
Yes.
If you're going to send Scotty something to sing, send it to Trucker first because Trucker could really use some extra shills.
It's streamlabs.com/pumpkin trucker.
Yeah. Send him your tips, guys, because he's a super awesome buddy of ours and he brings us content every goddamn day and he works really hard and he could really use shills. Blind girl stamp of approval.
Also, if you're gonna do that, then make him sing because I'm singing just to give him money. Like, that doesn't seem.
Why not? Why wouldn't you be a good man?
Fuck it. Do you know what?
Yo.
If you donate to Pumpkin Trucker, I will sing a song.
Boy one with cerebral palsy dumped on the side of the road by heartless parents. Yeah. I've been down, but yeah.
Oh, Christ.
A 1-year-old boy with cerebral palsy has been dumped at the side of the road with just a blanket and a bottle of milk by his parents.
Right, okay. I promise you this isn't a joke, but I heard you say a blind cat and a bottle of milk.
No, I said blanket, you stupid cunt.
Well, I know that now because I've read the fucking thing on screen. But I did genuinely hit blind cat.
He lay on a quilt near on the busy street. Locals who found him can be heard in the background discussing what to do next. Desperate parents are thought to have left the boy with no physical injuries, as they couldn't cope with his physical condition. They couldn't cope with his condition. You mean they couldn't cope?
Hang on, is this in America?
China.
Oh, China. Oh, right. I was going to say because that really depressingly, although also at the same time kind of slightly life-affirmingly, I know there are like drive-through unwanted baby disposal things where essentially drive-through orphanages.
What?
Yeah, did you not know about this?
No.
I didn't know that was a damn thing.
Yeah, no, it is. Basically, and it does actually. The one I saw operates with a open chute, drop baby, close chute system.
What?
But, yeah, the idea that you can just drive through and just, I don't want this baby. You have it and drive off.
I don't like the idea of that.
I promise you it exists.
Although, can we please reword that as far as open chute, drop baby? Can we think of another word?
Place baby gently into chute and let it gently glide down into its new parent.
Well, I'm sorry. From what I saw, it is like the rubber chute in a high-rise flat. It's just it's grounded. So it's not like you're dropping them 40 flights. It's on ground level. But
action, fuck knows.
Imagine having that job where you just sit there and wait for a baby to show up.
No, they definitely exist. Look it up. It's horrible.
Yeah, the amount you cunts. So you swear.
All sure you would swear you were starving Somalians, all you shit. Yeah, I know.
We're little whores.
I've jokingly been a bit more aggressive with my chilling the last 2 weeks.
So that's streamlabs.com for us opinionated Scotsman and streamlabs.com/podcast.
Pumpkin Tracker.
I said the trucker one. I said the trucker one.
July was the first month that I hit a donation goal that was over £100. So, it works. It works. Well, in fact, it was 250 quid, but it works. It's just I had a small goal yesterday just because I forgot something just before the end of the month. I was like, oh no, shit, hang on. Not only is there one day the rest of the month and I'm going to stream twice, also, and there is actually something I forgot that I need money for, so I altered my donation, made it 20 and made 40.
Fuck that story, stupid person. Professionalism on here is amazing.
But yeah, Tom's right. I do hope you're ultimately okay, Math Queen. We will talk to you after the stream. I promise you we'll talk to you.
Trucker S/B camera out. I don't know what that means, but
I got it, Crappy. There's an area that I'll be coming up to in about a half hour, actually closer to 45 minutes, that has a speed camera. If you pass this camera, it takes your picture.
Terrified woman returns home to find massive huntsman spider lurking in. Laurie Clark immediately asked social media on advice how to remove the venomous arachnid from the ceiling in a house in Townsville, Australia. Townsville. It's a very lazy name for a fucking town, isn't it? Also, Smasher Pass.
What? I'm going to say I'm on the
Ass.
stream.
I'd say smash if drunk.
After a couple of pints. Well, in fact, no. After a pint, she's a one pint. I would need the Dutch courage. But at the same time, even sober, I'd be, yeah, maybe.
I'm going to say smash if drunk. And Tom says, "Why is Blind Girl's mic so loud?"
Blind Girl's mic
so loud. Is better than Scotty's.
So damn close to it.
No, it's because she's a whiny woman. That's why. I've always taken
because my mic is better than yours.
No. An Australian woman has told of her terror when she returned home to find a giant huntsman spider lurking on the ceiling of her living room. Yes, Millie Junior said this. She posted a picture to Facebook, including the caption, "Is anyone out there that can move this from my house? I don't have a container that big. Past too much white trash for me." Laurie from Townsville, Australia, added when I wouldn't need it. When the phone later came, raising his fangs in hell no. Fucking hell. That was a big bastard, isn't he? I'm going to leave that there for a while. Probably someone who hates spiders doesn't come on the stream. I'm not really fond of them either, but
No wonder nobody can hear me. I'm bloody muted.
Ah.
Yeah, we all done that. But onto spiders, those type that there was a video on YouTube once. This guy sees one and he hits it with a broom handle, and it just explodes with tiny baby spiders all over the place.
Oh God, no, that'd be horrible.
I've seen that.
Yeah, that's an arachnophobe's nightmare just waiting to happen.
Social media's expressed their horror at the sight. One person said it's probably easier to burn your house down at this point. Probably. Kill it with fire, another added. Another jokingly said the spider was so large the lorry could make it pay rent. This is why all the land should be banned. Should have never banned guns. Huntsman spiders live around the world and are known for their enormous size and can grow up to a lifespan of 10 to 12 inches. Jesus. Big. They often venture into Australian homes in a bid to find a prey to eat. Large, hairy huntsman spiders, despite their appearance, are considered not dangerous. They're not venomous and can cause pain with their bites, but experts say they're reluctant to attack and would rather scamper away when they feel threatened.
They're basically the house spiders we get over here, aren't they?
Yeah, well, they're way bigger.
I've seen some pretty big house spiders in my time.
Yeah, but this one's like 10 to 12 inches long, though. He's fucking huge.
Yeah, right, fair enough. Never seen one that big.
I'm just rolling a cigarette again because professionalism oozes out of this thing. We're so very lovely and professional around here.
Hmm.
Yep.
I don't think Aussie did ban guns.
I'm so glad that we don't get spiders like that over here ever.
I thought you didn't mind spiders.
Well, I don't mind spiders, but I don't want one that's like 12 inches big. That's like the size of your face.
So they're good in your face.
Yeah.
Exactly. And I only find spiders when I walk into them. So glad I'm in Canada right now. Seriously.
Well,
thank God for winter.
Well, put it this way, blind girl. If that was in your house, you'd be able to hear it 2 rooms away.
That's even worse.
Fuck, that huge cunt is not dangerous. Hans gets the flame. McQueen just says, ooh, spider. All the time, that's just Fred. The pet spider, you pussies. And to be honest, a spider would probably feel less threatening if it was named Fred.
Yeah, let's see you cause the pussy where we put it down your back, Tom.
In 2017, a family were horrified to discover a massive Hans Tasman hitched to ride on their luggage all the way from Australia. And that was read as written, by the way.
Yeah. Huntsman.
Like, just about to send you a quick screenshot of something. I just need your opinion on it before I actually do this.
I don't see the point in that.
I need so open Discord.
For somebody with eyes, you totally should see the point and stuff.
You're sending her a screenshot. I don't see why.
Because I think I've done the screenshot tight enough for her. In fact, no, fucking hell. Why am I doing it like that? I'll just... Right, hang on a sec. I don't know why I'm taking a screenshot when I could just...
I'm taking a screenshot to get her opinion on a fucking picture that she can't see.
I could just copy and paste the text. It's not. It shouldn't have even been a picture. It was text. So I'll just copy and paste the text.
It was found in a shipping container for the family's belongings. The 18-inch arachnus hitched a ride from Brisbane to Marsham in Red Hill, Surrey. A journey of around 10,000 miles, which was found among the cases at the removals company. Yeah, fuck that.
That's something that could only happen to Victor Meldrew. Hold on, aren't we missing somebody here?
All right, blind girl. I I heard your reaction before I saw your reply. So yes, I'm doing it.
Legendary.
What is he doing now?
A legendary status move.
What is he doing?
It's all right, you'll find out in a minute.
What is he doing?
Oh shit! I shouldn't have clicked on that twice. Hopefully it doesn't do that twice because I haven't got nothing there.
What the hell is he doing?
Showing
you'll
off
find
nudes
out.
of your penis to get people to donate for more porn.
That's what
Yes,
we're not gonna work.
I have promised that I will expose my penis live on air just to get views.
Yep.
Because I
You
know
know,
the
if
league.
you're telling us to go that bad that it's that desperate for views, you're going to show your dick for him.
No, you'll find out what I'm about today.
Tell me then.
No.
I don't like the way Blind Girl is giggling.
How do I?
Trucker,
Do I have
give
to
it
read
2
that?
minutes and check your Streamlabs. Yes.
Yes,
No,
you
I just came
do.
to-
Give it 2 minutes and check your Streamlabs.
I've already, dude, it already came through when you said that.
All right.
Okay then.
All right, hold on.
I will. Are you supposed to show your spotted dick? No. They're going to read it or what?
Give it a minute, Scotty. Trust me.
All right,
Don't
thank
worry.
you. Thank you, Make Pete, for the $5 donation. Initial note: Trucker did not get paid this week. Help out, even across mine and Blind Girl streams. Secondary note: Scotsman, please sing the theme from Only Fools and Horses, both starting and end credits. I will sing
Nope,
a
I don't
long
pay for this.
and prompt if needed.
That's
Nope, I didn't
horrible.
get paid and not singing. Pay me and then I'll sing.
You are such a butthead.
Really?
You know that? Like, that is totally not sexy.
I don't know that theme, or I would sing it for you.
It's it's oh no, Only Fools and Horses. It's one of the most famous British sitcoms of all time.
I know the
With,
theme song. I'm not going to sing it though.
There's Scotsman. There is literally 2 verses.
I didn't get paid.
Come on.
Oh my god, you want to sing so people want to give Trucker more money? Wow.
Why do only fools and horses work? La 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 la.
No. From the beginning, it said both start and end credits.
No.
Peter said
So
he
it
would sing
starts with
too.
stick a pony in my pocket. I believe that's how it works.
But yeah, still need the pumpkin trucker.
Well, that was a good effort. I will give you
AC was close there. Fetch your suitcase from the vet. No, it's van. But fetch the suitcase from the vet.
See, TC is helping.
TC's helping. So it's a honey monster.
Pony in my
Hey,
pocket.
honey, that's really cute.
I've got it. Stick a pony in my pocket and I'll fetch a suitcase from the van. Because if you want the best things,
And you don't ask questions then, brother.
I'm
I'm
your man. Because where we come from is a mystery. It's like the changing of the seasons and the tides of the sea. But here's the one that's driving me berserk. Why do only fools and horses work? Take it away, Peter.
La 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 la. And Scotsman, you're joining in for the end credits. Boom, pa, pa.
What is my stream degenerate into?
I got some half-price crack miles and miles of carpet tiles, TVs, deep freeze, and David Bowie LPs.
Ball
Ball
games,
All
gold chain.
games, gold chain. What's her name? Adipus and Trevor Francis track suits from a mush in Shepherd's Bush. Bush.
Oh, Blanca, how come you're not singing there?
Tax, no
I don't
VMP,
actually know the
no
song.
money back, no guarantee. Black or white,
Excuses.
we'll cut prices at a strike. Take it away, Peter.
God bless Hooky Streets. Viva Hooky Streets. Long live Hooky Street. Say magnifique Hooky Streets. Magnifique Hooky Streets.
Cookie Street.
Well, you know what?
How long have I been muted for, by the way?
Been muted.
You weren't, but you have now. You weren't, but you are now.
Yeah, well, they got 100 bonus sexiness points from Blind Girl, so nah.
I sang a little bit.
Mhm.
But you. But that means you don't get any sexy points either because you never sung.
Well, I don't know the song, and I don't really care. It's because we're all best buddies with Trucker,
I mean,
and we
you
all
only
want to
get-
help him out because he's a swell guy. So
But
nah.
you also don't care. So you said you don't care, therefore you don't care.
I don't care about my own sexiness points.
You should do.
I was going to say it's just as well, Blind Girl, because I'm sorry. Sometimes just no.
Peter, have you seen your face recently?
What?
Have you seen your face recently?
Yeah, unfortunately, I have.
It's probably adorable.
It's not.
I've got to admit, I haven't seen my face recently because whenever I shave or brush my teeth, I put some really thick sunglasses on so I don't have to.
I'm going to say, Batman, you don't have a reflection, though.
Yes, I do.
Oh, sorry, am I confusing Batman with vampires again?
Yes,
And
you
Green
are.
Fun has arrived.
Hello, I'm in route to home.
It was green
Oh, Green,
thunder.
Streamlabs link in Discord so I can copy and paste it into OBS.
What do you need?
So
Seriously,
Yes,
yeah.
of course, when the line I prompted was wrong anyway.
Seriously, any donations tonight, go streamlabs.com/pumpkin trucker.
Yes, the man hasn't been paid.
Just drop it in the in the live chat.
Yeah.
Arms Killer says, even I like Only Fools. Yeah, Only Fools is fucking awesome.
The best one ever was the Batman episode.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't.
Yeah, but you would say that like you're biased.
No, the yeah, the best one
It's actually funny, Scott. It
I'm
was
saying you would say that like because you're
You're
biased.
cheating. Why is that? They weren't the cards I dealt you.
Oh, then again, there was the inflatable dolls that exploded as well.
Yes. Yeah. That
That
was
was back when the BBC was worth the license fee.
yeah.
And I think the one where Rondi has to go to like fucking. I think it's because he gets his paintings. Saying he has to go like the under 15s one. No one seen that one.
What?
What?
The one where Del Boy fucking puts Rodney in a competition for under 15s.
Oh God, yeah.
Yes, that one is good.
That little girls after him.
Yeah.
The skateboarding competition.
And the groovy gang. Yeah.
Tell you what, though, the woman hostess in that holiday camp, she went on to be in Stephen Moffat's Coupling, and fuck me, she was just as hot nearly 20 years later.
Someone should sing back that ass up. No singing.
Cryptic, if you donate to
Good
Pumpkin Trucker, we'll do it.
Yeah,
Ooh. Ooh.
Yeah, Blanca, you don't seem to have joined in so far, so you
well, I didn't know the goddamn song.
Scott. You could
I
sing. You
don't
could sing.
even
It's so adorable and amazing. And, but you like when it comes to singing, like I'm not going to sing because I don't know this song.
Actually, Scotsman, she has sung. She sung on my stream, remember?
Yeah,
Yeah, that was like fucking 2 months ago. That doesn't count.
yes, it does.
What time makes it irrelevant, are you saying? Because that stream was 2
Yes.
months ago, all of a sudden it
I'm
never
Canadian. Why the fuck would I know a British show? seriously, the only one that I remember briefly is fucking Postman Pat.
Oh, not ordinary Postman Pat, but fucking Postman Pat. Is that the
Oh,
porn?
yeah.
Anyway, fucking
Wait,
chill
there
out,
is a
like,
video of
chill,
swearing.
chill, chill,
Amazing.
chill, so I can end this.
Cringe, you fucking cunt.
Chill.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but I'm having a go at Minecraft, mod in Minecraft tomorrow.
Are you right? Green. I've meant to ask you this: are you playing the Java version or the Windows 10 version?
Yeah, are we gonna chill now?
Chill.
I just want to get an answer from Green.
He's your boy, so just chill. He'll answer in a minute.
Go watch Pumpkin Trucker, or I'll thump you.
Yeah, don't hit the fucking joker.
Right.
Right,
Okay.
nobody chill so fucking people. Right. Well, hell,
Firstly-
well, James, no shit.
Firstly,
Marcus
I've got,
Rader.
firstly,
Anyone wants to
I've got
come
Chill,
here?
don't show yet. Thank you,
Um,
Cryptic, for the $10 US to